In this video, I'm going to start with the next topic, boats and streams. The problems on boats and streams are very useful for various competitive exams. I'll be solving the first 8 questions of exercise 1.4 of Applied Mathematics by M.L. Agarwal. So first let us familiarize with certain terms. The first one is stream. Stream is nothing but all those water bodies in which water is flowing with some speed. So we call those as streams. Say for example, river. So example for stream we can consider river, because in river the water flows with some speed. We know that the speed of still water is 0. Now we will consider downstream and upstream. So suppose the direction of stream is this. If the river is flowing along this direction and if the boat is also going along this direction, then we say the boat is going downstream. So if the boat is also going along this direction, then it is called downstream. On the other hand, if the boat is going opposite to the direction of the stream, then we call it as upstream. So if the boat is going in this direction, then it is called upstream. So this is the direction of the stream. Now we will see some of the formula used in boats and streams. So let us consider the speed of boat in still water as x km/h and speed of stream as y km/h. As I already mentioned, let us assume that the speed of stream is going in this direction with y km/h. Then what will be the downstream speed? That is, if the boat is also going along the direction of the stream, then that is called downstream speed. So this downstream speed will be x plus y. So if the boat is also going along the direction of the stream, then the downstream speed is the sum of the speed of boat in still water and speed of stream. So the downstream speed u is equal to x plus y. Then we have the upstream speed. Now consider the case where the boat is going in the direction opposite to the stream. The water is flowing in this direction and the boat is flowing in the opposite direction. In that case, we call it as upstream speed, and it is given by v is equal to x minus y. So we have upstream speed v is equal to x minus y km/h. This formula can be used while finding out the speed of boat and speed of stream. Sometimes we will be given the downstream speed and the upstream speed. In that case, we will be asked to find the speed of boat in still water, that is x, and speed of stream y. In those cases, we can use this formula. So from here we have x is equal to u plus v by 2 and y is equal to u minus v by 2. So we can either use this formula or we can do the problems separately. And we all know the formula for speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. This is the first question in exercise 1.4 of the first chapter on applied mathematics by M.L. Agarwal. A woman can swim 8 km/h in still water. If the speed of the stream is 4 km/h, then find the time taken by the woman to cover the distance of 16 km upstream. So here they have given a woman can swim 8 km per hour in still water. So the speed of woman in still water is 8 km per hour. The speed of stream is also given, it is 4 km per hour. Now we have to find the time taken by the woman to cover the distance of 16 km upstream. So we have to find the upstream speed first, and then we have to find the time required to cover a distance of 16 km. So first, the speed of woman in still water is given as 8 km per hour. Then the speed of the stream. Here we use the notation x for speed in still water. The speed of stream y is given as 4 km per hour. Now upstream speed. The upstream speed we denote it as v. V is equal to x minus y, that is equal to 8 minus 4, which is 4 km per hour. Now the distance they have given as 16 kilometers. So we are asked to find the time. We know that the distance is given as 16 kilometers. Now we have to find the time. We know that speed is equal to distance by time. So from this we have time is equal to distance by speed. So from this we can calculate time is equal to 16 divided by, they have asked the time taken by the woman to cover distance of 16 km upstream. So time is equal to distance by upstream speed. So T is equal to 16 by 4. This is equal to 4 hours. So the required time is 4 hours. The next question is, a man can swim upstream at 6 km per hour and downstream at 10 km per hour. Find the speed of stream and speed of man in still water. So here they have given the upstream speed and the downstream speed. We have to find the speed of stream and speed of. So first let us consider speed of man in still water as x km per hour and speed of stream as y. Now the downstream speed u, we have already seen in the formula, u is equal to x plus y. It is given as 10 km per hour. Then the upstream speed v, we know it is equal to x minus y, it is equal to 6 kilometers per hour. So now we have to find x and y. Let us mark this 1 and 2. If we add 1 and 2, we get x plus y minus y is equal to 10 plus 6. So we have 2x is equal to 16, or x is equal to 16 by 2, it is equal to 8 km per hour. Now to find y, we can subtract 1 minus 2. So x plus y minus x, minus of minus y is plus y is equal to 10 minus 6. So we have 2y is equal to 4, or y is equal to 4 by 2, that is equal to 2 km per hour. So we get the speed of man in still water as 8 km per hour and the speed of stream is 2 km per hour. Now let us see the next formula in boats and streams. Here when we are given the distance covered upstream is equal to the distance covered downstream, then we can find a relation between the time taken to cover upstream and the time taken to cover downstream. So that formula we will see now. We are familiar with these terms. We know that speed of boat in still water, we consider it as x km/h and speed of stream as y km/h. Then downstream speed will be x plus y km/h and upstream speed will be x minus y km/h. Now let us consider the time taken to cover distance d kilometer downstream is t1 hours and the time taken to cover the same distance upstream is t2 hours. So from these two we know that speed is equal to distance by time. So from this we have time is equal to distance by speed. So the time taken to cover d kilometer downstream is t1 hours. So we have t1 is equal to d divided by downstream speed, that is x plus y, and we have t2 is equal to distance by upstream speed, that is x minus y. So from this we can find the ratio of t2 to t1. So t2 by t1 is equal to d by x minus y the whole divided by d by x plus y. So this is equal to d by x minus y into x plus y by d. This d will go. This is equal to x plus y by x minus y. So we have got the time taken upstream by time taken downstream is equal to x plus y by x minus y. So we have, if distance covered downstream is equal to distance covered upstream, then time taken to go upstream divided by time taken to go downstream is equal to x plus y by x minus y. That is t2 by t1 is equal to x plus y by x minus y. The next question, in 2 hours, a boat covers a certain distance in a river downstream at 17 kilometers per hour and returns back at 9 kilometers per hour. Find the speed of the stream. So here they have given in 2 hours a boat covers certain distance downstream at 17 kilometer and upstream at 9 kilometer per hour. So we have to find the speed of the stream. So here these information are additional information. It is enough if we use the downstream speed and the upstream speed to calculate the speed of the stream. So first let us take the speed of the stream as y. Then the downstream speed u, the usual notation which we use is x plus y. It is equal to 17 kilometer per hour. And the upstream speed v is x minus y. So it is 9 kilometer per hour. So we can find y by subtracting 2 from 1. So we have 1 minus 2 will give x plus y minus x, minus of minuses plus y is equal to 17 minus 9. So we have 2y is equal to 8 or y is equal to 4 kilometers. So we have got the speed of stream as 4 kilometer per hour. The next question, a boat covers 4 kilometer against a stream in 1 hour and covers the same distance in the direction of stream in 40 minutes. How long will it take to go 10 kilometer in still water? So here they have given the boat covers 4 kilometers upstream in 1 hour and downstream in 40 minutes. So we have to find the time it will take to go 10 kilometer in still water. So to do this, first we have to find the speed of the boat in still water, and then we can find the required time. So we have time upstream T2 as 1 hour and time downstream T1 as 40 minutes. Now let us convert this into hours. So 40 by 60 hours. This is equal to 2 by 3 hour. Now let us consider the speed of boat as x and speed of boat in still water as x and speed of stream as y. We know that T1 is equal to d divided by x plus y. So from this we have 2 by 3 is equal to d is given as 4 kilometers. So 4 by x plus y, or we have x plus y is equal to 4 into 3 by 2. It is equal to 6. Next T2. T2 is the time taken to go upstream. It is equal to d divided by x minus y. So we have T2 is 1 is equal to d is 4 divided by x minus y. So from here we get x minus y is equal to 4. So we got x plus y is equal to 6 and x minus y is equal to 4. So let us mark these two equations as 1 and 2. Here they have asked how long will it take to go 10 kilometer in still water. So for this we need to find the speed of boat in still water, that is x. X we can find easily if we add 1 and 2. So if we add 1 and 2, we get 2x is equal to 10, or x is equal to 10 by 2, which is 5 kilometers per hour. We continue in the next page. So we have got x is equal to 5 kilometers per hour. They have asked how long will it take to go 10 kilometer in still water. So here the distance is 10 kilometer. Then time will be, so the required time is equal to distance by speed. It is equal to 10 by 5, that is equal to 2 hours. Therefore required time is equal to 2 hours. I hope this is clear. Next question. A man takes twice as long as to row a distance against a stream as to row the same distance in the direction of the stream. Find the ratio of speed of man in still water to the speed of the stream. So we know that the speed of man in still water we consider it as x, and speed of stream we consider it as y. Here they have given the time taken to row upstream is 2 times the time taken to row in the direction of the stream. So if we have T1 is equal to T, then T2 is equal to 2T. We have the formula T2 by T1 is equal to x plus y by x minus y. So let us substitute all the values. So we get 2t by t is equal to x plus y by x minus y. We are asked to find the ratio of the speed of man in still water to speed of stream. That is, we have to find x is to y. So from this we have 2x minus 2y is equal to x plus y, or 2x minus x is equal to y plus 2y, 3y, or we have x by y is equal to 3 by 1. So therefore x is to y is equal to 3 is to 1. So this is the required answer. The next question, a boat takes thrice as long as to go upstream to a point as to return downstream to the starting point. If the speed of the stream is 5 kilometers per hour, find the speed of the boat in still water. So we are given the speed of the stream y is equal to 5 kilometers per hour. We have to find the speed of the boat in still water. Then they have given the time required to go upstream is thrice as long as the time required to go downstream. So if we take T1 as T, T2 is equal to 3T. So we know that T2 by T1 is equal to x plus y by x minus y. So 3t by t is equal to x plus 5 by x minus 5. So this t will go. Let us cross multiply. We get 3x minus 15 is equal to x plus 5, or 3x minus x. 2x is equal to 5 plus 15, that is 20. So from this we get x is equal to 20 by 2. It's equal to 10 kilometers per hour. So the speed of boat in still water is 10 kilometers per hour. Next question. A boat moving upstream takes 6 hours 36 minutes to cover a certain distance, while it takes 3 hours to cover the same distance downstream. Find the ratio of the speed of boat in still water to the speed of stream. So this is a direct question. We are given T1 and T2. Now we have to find x by y. The time taken downstream is T1 is equal to 3 hours, and the time taken upstream is 6 hours 36 minutes. 6 hours 36 minutes. Now let us convert this into hours, because everywhere we are using the unit hours. So it is 6 plus 36 by 60. So here it goes with 12. So here 3 and here 5 hours. So this is equal to 30 plus 3 by 5 is equal to 33 by 5 hours. Now they have asked us to find the ratio of speed of boat in still water to the speed of stream. That is, what is x is to y we have to find. We know T2 by T1 is equal to 33 by 5 divided by 3. It is nothing but x plus y by x minus y. So from here we have 33 by 3 into 5 is equal to x plus y by x minus y. So this will go 11. Let us cross multiply. We get 11x minus 11y is equal to 5x plus 5y. So we have 11 minus 5 is 6x is equal to 11 plus 5, 16y. So x by y is equal to 16 by 6. So From this we have x is to y is equal to 8 is to 3. So the ratio of speed of boat in still water to speed of stream is 8 is to 3. Next question. A motorboat takes 3 hours to cover a certain distance upstream and returns back to the same distance downstream in 1 hour 15 minutes. If the speed of the stream is 7 kilometers per hour, find the speed of boat in still water. So they have given the time taken upstream, time taken downstream, and speed of stream. We have to find the speed of boat in still water. So let us take speed of boat in still water as x. They have given y is equal to 7 kilometer per hour, that is the speed of stream, and the time taken downstream t1 is given as 1 hour 15 minutes. So let us convert this to hours. So it is 1 plus 15 by 60. So this is equal to 5 by 4 hours. The time taken upstream is given as 3 hours. So we know the formula, T2 by T1 is equal to x plus y by x minus y. So from this we can find x. So 3 divided by 5 by 4 is equal to x plus 7 by x minus 7. So 12 by 5 is equal to x plus 7 by x minus 7, or 12x minus 84 is equal to 5x plus 35, or 7x, 12x minus 5x, 7x is equal to 119. So from this we get x is equal to 119 by 7, that is equal to 70. So the speed of boat in still water is 17 kilometers per hour. Therefore, x is equal to 17 kilometers per hour. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for watching.